Over the past year, there has been so many things I have learned about taking a toddler to Disney that I just don't think is talked about enough. I think that the dream of taking your little princess or your little prince down to Disney just seems so cute. You see everybody holding hands and walking towards the castle. It just looks so magical, and honestly, that is not the truth at all. So kind of want to give you guys some of my experience when it came to taking our toddler quite a few times to Disney, and just some little tips that hopefully will help you out if you are a first-time parent looking to go. If you are just looking to go in general for the first time ever, then go ahead and stick around because I am so excited to share these tips with you. If you're new here, hi, my name is Emily and welcome to my channel. I am so excited that you're here. I love sharing tips about Disney World. I love sharing tips about traveling and just everyday life things with our little family here. So would love it if you would stick around, if you would go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And then also, if you're so excited to hear these tips, go ahead and like this video for me. So I have gone to Disney basically my whole life. That has been my vacations. When we went on vacations with my family, we did not do beach trips. My dad was not a beach goer. He just wasn't a camper. We never went camping or anything. We have always done theme parks. Theme parks have been kind of like our forte. And now I understand why my dad has done it, because I have the same personality as him. So we just can't sit still. Our vacation is going somewhere and doing something, and not, sitting on a beach reading or, that sounds amazing. But I am not that type of person. I love being busy. I love doing things. A theme park is just my perfect vacation. I must be crazy. I know some people are probably like, this girl's nuts, but that is just what I love. I love doing it. And now as a little family, my husband has grown to love it. He absolutely loves going to Disney World. And then now, even with our son, it is just so much fun to go as, like I said, a little family. And it just makes me almost cry every time that we go, just because I have dreamed of doing something like this with my kids, and it's finally here. I'm finally doing it. But like I said, you look at it, you look at the commercials, you look at the pictures, and even, some of our pictures, it's like, you would look at it and be like, wow, that is so magical. It looks so great. But guess what? It is not like that 99.9% of the time. That picture is only 0.1% usually of our vacation. Let's just dive into it. It is something that, like I said, it might be hard to hear, but I'm going to tell you right now to basically listen to me. I know every family is different. So if some of these things don't work for you as a family, that is totally fine. But for us, these are things that I found are just non-negotiable. These are things that we need to do when we are at Disney, things we need to take. It just makes our lives so much easier with a toddler down in Disney World. My first most important tip is take the stroller. If you have a stroller at home, whether it's an umbrella stroller, whether it's a nice, big stroller that you purchased, take it with you. If you are flying, driving, take that stroller, because if you have a toddler, even if they can walk great, if they have their nice little tennis shoes and they don't even like being in the stroller and you think that they're gonna walk the whole time, I promise you they are not. They are not gonna walk that whole time in Disney. Disney's a lot of walking. As an adult, I wish I had a stroller to basically sit in. Someone would push me around, but that's not the case. I can walk fine, it's great. It is a lot of walking. And for someone with little legs like that, it is way more walking to them. So I promise you the stroller is gonna be the best thing to take. It is just so nice because I even take it through the airport. I like to gate check it before we get on the plane, because it is something that contains my toddler. I know where he's at. I know he's strapped in there. He can't get out. So I like to put him in there until we get to our gate, and then I know I can watch him run around wherever. But I advise you to take the stroller, even if you think, oh, it's just gonna be too much, it's gonna be too much space. It doesn't cost you anything extra to fly with it. If you gate check it, it doesn't count as one of your bags. They will throw it down on the plane for you, no big deal. But you're gonna basically get down there, you might be fine going through the airport. That might not be something that you need at the airport, but once you get down to Disney, once you start going through the parks, you're gonna start walking and your little one's gonna start crying because they're gonna wanna sit. And Disney is just go, go, go. I know, you can make it as relaxing as you want, but you are still gonna be going. You are still gonna be walking. You need to walk to different places. You're not just gonna wanna sit on the bench the whole time. You're gonna wanna get your money's worth. You're gonna wanna do a lot. So I would really advise you to take your own stroller, because if you don't, you're gonna end up renting one anyway. So save your money in advance. Just take your nice stroller and just save yourself the headache of not having to rent one down there, because even the ones that you rent in the park are not nice. You should feel those things. They are not very nice. I've seen them before. I've never rented one, but definitely would not like to spend my money on that. We have 2 nice strollers at home, so we take one of those and it works perfectly. And we've never had an issue of putting them on the plane. So highly, highly, highly recommend, if you take anything from this, take your stroller. Take your stroller to Disney World. My next tip for taking a toddler to Disney and kind of making it enjoyable as you can is to factor in some nap time, quiet time, whatever you guys like to do. My son is on a pretty good schedule. He's always been on a good schedule. That's something that me and my husband have worked towards. We've always wanted him to have, his daily routine, so he knows he's gonna eat at this time, he's gonna take a nap at this time, and he's gonna go to bed at this time. Now, with Disney, you're gonna have to be a little bit more lenient. You just can't be that strict with your schedule. It's not as enjoyable. We still try to stick to our schedule as much as we can, but we know our son is gonna have a few extra snacks. He's gonna maybe eat later, he's gonna eat earlier. He might go to bed later. It's just, we wanna enjoy our vacation too. We don't wanna be, having to go back to the hotel at 6 o'clock at night because our son needs to get ready for bedtime. We wanna be able to enjoy everything, so we know we're gonna be a little bit more flexible. But I know without a doubt my son needs a good nap during the day. Every day he needs a nice nap, whether that's 1 to 3 hours, it varies, but he needs that nice nap. I always like to factor that into our Disney trip. If we're in the parks and I need to make a dining reservation, I need to make that before his nap. I need to make that basically before 12 o'clock, because I know if we get anywhere later than that, there's gonna be meltdown city there, and I just don't wanna deal with that. So we like to plan our whole day around, okay, we need to go back for nap time at this time, and factor in some travel time. But we also, to utilize the nap time and to make it easier on ourselves, we like to stay on Disney property. So like I said, we use their transportation, and it just makes the headache a little bit easier because we're nice and close to all the parks, and we can just go on the buses. We don't have to deal with our parking or anything. So I like to always stay on Disney property if I can. But even if you're saying, well, my little guy, my little girl usually doesn't take naps at home, that's okay. I would still factor in some time to go back to your hotel room to, relax a little bit, because they're gonna be very tired, especially if you're doing rope drop to fireworks. Your little one is definitely gonna need a break. They're gonna need time away from all that stimulation that they're, experiencing in the parks. They're gonna need something to kind of take their, attention off of that and just be somewhere nice and quiet and a little space of their own. And then maybe they'll surprise you, because Disney's very tiring. It is so tiring. So for a little one, they might surprise you and they might actually take a nap. So give them the opportunity. One of my biggest things is, even if your little one is not a typical napper at home, give them the opportunity and they might surprise you at the hotel room. If your little one can actually nap in the stroller, great, then do it. That is totally, like I said, this is all dependent on how you and your family operates. But if you have a little one that can nap in the stroller and can nap there for hours on end, that is amazing. I am so jealous. But my son, he just, I think, gets like overstimulated sometimes because he's only 18 months old. Well, he's 19 months now, but he is under 2, so he can get stimulated very easily. And it's just, it's a lot easier for us to take him to a nice quiet place and take him back to the hotel room, so that way he can have a proper nap. He can sleep in a bed, and it just works really good for us. So like I said, even if you do have a stroller napper, sometimes they just get overstimulated and they need that. So highly, highly recommend going back to the hotel room just for a few hours, just to relax, and then you can go back in and you can party all night in the parks. And my next tip is something that I've heard about, but I never really experienced it until I had a toddler, and that is the importance of snacks. I just need snacks constantly. I need snacks for my toddler. I don't need snacks. It's for my toddler. And that is really sometimes the only thing that can keep him preoccupied, is a good snack. And if you're going to Disney, you know sometimes it can be so expensive, just the food and everything. And that's one of the biggest things that we love about Disney too, is the food. So don't get me wrong, we always indulge, we love eating there. But when it comes to something like a piece of fruit, when it comes to yogurt, when it comes to like, sorry, I had a little tickle in my throat, but when it comes to all of those small items that you can honestly get so much cheaper from your local Walmart, from whatever like grocery order service you do, it is so much cheaper to do it that way. Do not get snacks in the park. It is just so outrageous what they charge. So a lot of times for my toddler snacks, I like to order them ahead of time because I am a little bit picky about what he does eat. So I like to bring a lot of my own stuff, a lot of my own little applesauces and little like cereals and different things. But I will also do a little grocery order down in Disney World. I will do usually Walmart because that's just what we have here. That's where we shop at, so I know like all of the items I like to get there. But one thing that you can do down at Disney World, especially if you're staying on a Disney hotel or really any hotel, is you can utilize some of those grocery services like Walmart or Amazon or Whole Foods or whoever you typically use them through. But you can order a lot of groceries and different snacks so that way you can take those into the park with you, and then you don't have to buy, you know, a $20 orange in Disney World. You can bring that yourself and spend only 50 cents on it. It's just crazy how much money you can save. So going back to the snack thing, I would bring snacks upon snacks upon snacks. And guess what? If your toddler doesn't eat them in Disney, just take them home with you. So I highly recommend bringing snacks because then you can eat them in line if you want to. You can just eat them going through the park, put them in the stroller. It works very well for us. So if you have a toddler like mine who's just a little crazy and some things do not entertain him, bring snacks. Snacks always are the best thing, especially for the plane ride. Plane ride, if you're flying to Disney, that is something that we bring basically 20 meals for our toddler because that is the only thing that seems to settle him down. So bring the snacks, do a grocery order if you need to, but definitely bring as many as you can. One of my other tips is to set your expectations low. When we first took our son to Disney, he was 8 months old at the time. I was like, this is gonna be great. We're gonna do this and this and this. And it's just gonna be so amazing. He's gonna have so much fun, and that didn't happen. I set the bar so high for us and thought we could just basically do everything like we used to before we had him, and we could just run around like nuts like we used to. I got a slice of humble pie the first time we went because it wasn't about us anymore. We couldn't just be like, oh, you know, we can just hurry up and grab a quick snack or a quick pretzel and that'll be it for us. For our son, we had to actually slow down and listen to him and hear what he needed. If he needed to eat at a certain time, if he was just so tired he wanted to go back to the hotel room. It changed our whole perspective on it because like I said, it wasn't about us anymore. It was about him and making him comfortable. So I think one of the biggest things that I've learned, especially over the years with going with him, is the fact now that we have to tailor our experience to him, which is so amazing in itself because I love watching, you know, him experiencing everything through his eyes. It is just the biggest blessing in the world. I absolutely love it. I would not trade it for a thing. But I think now I'm realizing that when we slow down and set our expectations really low, knowing that we are not gonna do everything in the parks. We would have to spend a whole month there, I feel like, to do everything. So to know, okay, we can pick our highlights, we can do certain things that we're really excited to do and still experience the magic and, you know, still have such an amazing time as a family. So, like I said, just make sure, set your expectations low, know going into it, you are not gonna be able to do everything. And that's even hard for adults to do everything. I mean, we always tried, we, like I said, would always go from sun up to sundown, basically to the parks. We were just crazy. But now we know for sure we are not able to do that anymore with a toddler. Finally, my last tip is to just be present. Be present for that whole Disney experience. I really would advise against doing anything like Genie Plus or anything that requires you to be on your phone constantly. Now, I love to take my phone to use to vlog and to do different things, but that's because I love to look back on the memories and look and see, because that's our home videos now. We don't have the VHS tapes, we don't have the camcorders. It is, you know, your camera or your phone, whatever you like to use, but just be present, live in the moment, and just experience all the magic. It is the most amazing thing. If you've been to Disney on your own and you are taking your kids for the first time, just live in it. It is so beautiful. It is such a wonderful and amazing experience, and I love it. I love every single time that I go and watching my son grow as we take him and watching him experience new things, watching him get to ride new rides. It is just the most beautiful thing. So live in the moment, experience it. Just step away from your phone. Don't be on your phone. I like to, you know, take my phone away unless like I'm recording or if I'm doing different things. But I just like to live in the moment. We don't do Genie Plus or anything. We'll wait in those lines. It's fine, whatever. But it is just such a beautiful and amazing thing. So enjoy yourselves, enjoy the moment, and just savor every little precious thing, because even now, I think about the times when we took Silas for his first time when he was only 8 months old, and I miss that. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, like looking back at the videos and the pictures, I miss it. I miss his little cute little chubby rolls, but even now it's just so much fun to experience him still. So enjoy yourselves, enjoy it, and just have the best time. So that's it. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, these were just some things that I've learned over the years, and hoping it can help other people with toddlers and taking them. I am so excited because we're gonna be going here in a few short weeks, a month? I don't know, but I'm just so excited. I can't wait. So if you are interested in watching some of our vlogs from that trip, if you're interested in watching some pack and preps with me, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel, and then also check out some of our other previous videos, our vlogs, our travel days, whatever you wanna look at, it's all there. So go ahead and look around my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.